I'm already reading the chat, and you guys feel the exact same way that I do. Bad beats. I'm done with them. But this is the start of a new week, so let's go. This is your daily sports betting brand of record. We call it the Early Edge. This is Early Edge in 5. We have no time to waste. Let's bring in the stars of the show. You know them. You love them. EC's here. Our 5-tool player, AB, is here. We're not talking about bad beats. Not today. No, this is the start of our week. So, EC, I know you think that you're going to be in the maestro spot today because you've hit a couple of parlays. You're starting to hit things. You're starting to feel yourself a little bit. Well, guess what? You would be correct, sir. However, we're going to chop things up just a little bit today because you both have a lot of plays. So, AB, I'm going to start with you. If you don't mind giving me your 3 future NFL picks, because every minute matters. We know that. Even though we're more than a week away, you need to get your bets in right now. Start us off with your 3 NFL bets, please.
Yes, sir. All right, so first off, we are going to go with the Eagles' first half team total over 12.5. They have hit this number in 16 of their 19 games this season. We're also going to play the Chiefs' second half team total over 12.5 because the Chiefs score more in the fourth quarter than any team in the history of the planet. That's what they do. So we're going to play both of those. And then lastly, Chiefs, Eagles, both teams to score 20-plus points in the game, minus 130. Get it in now. It's going to go up.
Joe says AB is ready to do a Rocky training run in the mountains right now. Hey, Joe, AB doesn't run, so that doesn't even make any sense.
I don't either. Don't feel bad.
Doesn't shock me. Now, EC, what are you looking at me like that? You didn't know that was coming. All right. So I love Maction during football, but it's been very profitable for us here in the Early Edge universe. Give me your 2 Maction plays first, please.
Okay, Coach, we have the big matchup tonight. Ball State and Bowling Green over 152.5, Titanic matchup. So here's the deal. Bowling Green has averaged 163 points a game in their games, in their 8 MAC games. So, okay, basically they don't feel like playing any defense. They're 11-3 over this number, the 152.5 in their last 14 games. And Ball State is 8-4 to the over on the road this season. When these two teams played last season, they were 161 and 173. I think we're getting like an 85-80 game. I think this game flies over. So I'm rolling with that one. We're going to take that over. Then we're going to go to a team that has totally given up the option of playing defense, and that's Northern Illinois, who is headed to Kalamazoo, I believe, to take on Western Michigan, and the over-under is 145.5. Now, Northern Illinois' last 5 games have sailed over this number, averaging 156. Like, legit, they don't care about playing defense anymore. Western Michigan is 7-2 to the over against teams giving up more than 72 points a game, and Northern Illinois, because they stopped playing defense, is giving up almost 76. We're rolling with these 2 Maction Tuesday night overs here, Coach.
I love it. And it also makes sense because it is Tuesday night, and we know Maction and football is Tuesday and Wednesday. By the way, Corey in the chat says, AB, please explain why you bet the over for both halves instead of the full game over. I struggle to find the point of doing that, please.
Yep. So we're playing team totals, not the over for both teams, right? So it's team totals. And the reason that we do it, we've cashed a ton on the Eagles in the first half this year because take a look at their both of those playoff games this year. This postseason, they didn't even have to play in the second half, right? Mm-hmm. Like they just shut it down. So this is how the Eagles operate. Like I said, 16 of their 19 games this season, they've scored 14 points or more. So we target teams in where, quite honestly, they trend to score. The Eagles have not told us to jump off that train, and we're certainly not going to do it. Same thing with the Chiefs. They score fast in the first quarter, but they kind of get in lulls. But the end of the third, fourth quarters, they just turn it on, man. So that's why we target those instead of targeting, full game overs.
And one other nugget, too, Corey, is the over for the game is 49. The play of both teams scoring at least 20, that you only need 40. So you've got 9 points to play with. So you don't have to bet the over. You can bet both teams to score 20, get those odds, and you only need 21 to 20, and you cash both. So you're getting like 9 points of value there. That's why we do it. AB, thank you very much. I've got one play today. And you guys know how skittish I am right now with the NBA. Like, if me and the NBA are not friends. I don't care if I've been hitting a few. We're not friends. I am beyond frustrated. But I keep it positive. And tonight I'm looking at the last game on the schedule, 10 p.m. Eastern time. This morning on the morning show, my man Mikey B, plus 159 for Nikolai Jokic. I always love to mess his name up on purpose. Mr. 3-time MVP to go for a triple-double. I think that will lead to a Nuggets victory. They're only laying 6.5. The Pelicans haven't won in a month. They're terrible. They're not going to win tonight. It's only a matter of can the Nuggets secure a 7-point victory. The simulations of SportsLine, if you're a SportsLine member, then you know they're going to win by 12. I love this play, my only play of the day. So, AB, I'm coming back to you. I know you got 2 plays for today, college and a little prop in the NBA. Talk to me.
Yes, sir. All right, so first off, we're going Clemson. All right, team total over 70.5 tonight. They're on the road against Boston College. Clemson has eclipsed this number in 6 of its last 7 games. Boston College has given up this number in 5 of its last 6 games. Clemson is on a roll. Boston College is a little overrated here. I don't think they're as good as advertised. Clemson is going to put them on the Boston College squad tonight. So take that team total over 70.5. Next, DeMar DeRozan over half a 3, 1 3-pointer. That's all we need. Our man came out and hit 5 of 5 threes in his last game. Now, I understand DeRozan is not necessarily Steph Curry out here, but we only need 1, and we're getting it at plus 115. So, yeah, DeMar DeRozan over 1 3, or actually 1 3. That's all we need, over half a 3. Yeah.
Having some issues right now as you were giving out your take with somebody in the chat who will remain nameless, who says AB looks like he's been in the gym. Then you scroll down and the same person says, yeah, might be the most fit on the entire crew.
That's what I'm talking. That's what I'm talking about right there. All right. You can't stop laser and turbo, boy.
Oh man.
That I feel like that's something that EC would do on his first date. Yeah, come over here, feel this right. Oh wait,
Absolutely not, Coach. I wanted to get a second date. I don't need that. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I can tell you that.
Oh my goodness.
I'm trying to get the second. Nobody needs to feel this.
The fact that you have to try to get a second date is sad.
Well, I was going to say, I don't even care about the second date, but let us know when that first date is coming because 71.4% is something I'm betting on.
You're damn right. Damn right. Make it on
AB,
Friday.
I'm working on it. I'm trying. I've had a little, there's been a respite since last week. So I'm working on it. We want to up that to over 75% next time out.
Hey, I'll tell you what, can I give a nugget real quick for good luck on the next date?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Chiefs led the AFC this year in points per game, 29.1. The Eagles led the NFC in points per game, 28.1. Now let's get weird. That's regular season. Add up the Chiefs' regular season and playoff games, the Eagles' regular season and playoff games. Both teams scored exactly 546 points this year on the dot.
Where do you find this stuff at? Educate and entertain, ladies. Is that work you want to do? Is that work that you want to do at home? I don't think it is. I don't know where you find this stuff. All right, I got to read another one. EC, just tell the date you're like an NBA franchise and you sign 10-day contracts.
Mikey.
I'm just going to say this. If M Squared only knew how true that was, I'm just going to say that without elaborating. The 10-day contract has been a friend of mine before.
I don't even want to know that story.
You don't want to know the story. You just go with it. Just that's an astute observation. Yes.
Corey is still asking in the chat, who is the most fit of the crew? Is it Sia? Is it Coach?
It's definitely Sia or Coach. Yeah, it's definitely one of you two.
Yeah, it's definitely one of my two. I mean, he's fit, but I mean, I'm the coach.
You were wrestling people.
Yeah,
I
was wrestling people.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm as strong as John Cena. I am.
Are you?
I used to be. He lifted me up. He put me through 8 tables in my career. 8.
Does it hurt? Does it hurt when you go through a table, by the way?
It doesn't tickle, I can tell you that. It doesn't
They all get up like nothing happened. I'm like, oh, this can't hurt. Maybe these tables are super
next
soft.
Next time we're together, we'll try it. I'll put
no,
you through a table.
Let's not. No.
All right. So we got 2 more parlays that I've got to get to. Now, before I hate doing this, but as a host, I've got to be professional. My man's been killing these Moneyline parlays, absolutely destroying them. So, EC, I hate to give you the maestro spot, but you've earned it. What do we got?
Well, thanks, Coach. We're going to forget about Saturdays where I lost the fourth leg of my 3 out of. I went 3 out of 4. The last 5 Moneyline parlays that I've given out on Early Edge in 5 have all won. So we've got 2 of them for you today. We're going to start in the ACC, where AB gave out a good stat about Clemson. We're going to roll with them. That's the first leg. They're 4-1 in ACC road play. Boston College has lost 5 of 7, and Clemson also has won 10 of 11. Normally, I don't like to play road teams, but this is an enticing one. I just don't think Boston College has much of a shot here. Now, Miami is like under a minus 200 at home, which is kind of weird. They're 11-0 straight up at home. Virginia Tech is 0-6 straight up on the road. Got to continue those trends, so let's roll with it. And then we're going to add Duke to that to make it a plus 209 moneyline parlay. Duke is 10-0 at home. Wake has lost 3 in a row. They're trending in the wrong direction. I feel like this one is a great one early college basketball games tonight. So that's number 1. Then we've got the revenge parlay. The revenge and then one team stinks parlay. We'll call it that. We're going to go with Kansas. It's the revenge angle. Remember, Coach paid me $100 the other week, which is still sitting in my Venmo account, so thank you very much. Kansas State hasn't won in Lawrence since I think Coach was tag team champ or something like that back in 2006. Is that right, Coach? Something like that? I can't
Very
remember.
close. Very close. Continue.
Okay, so we're going with Kansas there. They're going to bounce back at home in Lawrence. Kansas State not winning there. Now, TCU is only like a minus 125 favorite. They're missing their best player, Mike Miles, which is kind of, I don't love it. But West Virginia beat them by 9 at home earlier this month. I think TCU gets revenge. So we're going to Kansas and TCU revenge angle. And then Ole Miss against Kentucky. Ole Miss just stinks. They've lost 9 of 10, and they haven't won at home since December 17th. So we're going to parlay Kentucky. And so it's Kansas, TCU, and Kentucky at plus 203. We're going to hit at least one of these parlays tonight, and I feel like we're going 6-0.
Wow. Joe and
Oh, no.
Joe says EC looks like he backs into every parking spot.
I will tell you this, Joe. I am the worst backer-upper. And I have a backup camera in my car. I still can't back up. I never have I backed into a spot, like, willingly.
I literally screamed at a dude the other day because you know how they like turn up and then you think they're going to keep going and then they back into the spot. You're like, what are you doing? You do look like that guy.
I am never that guy. Always. I will park far away as not to back into a spot.
They're dying in the chat. They're dying in the chat. By the way, somebody said buckets could take me. There are sometimes I got to stand up for myself, AB. Just go look at YouTube. Look at YouTube and tell me if anybody on the crew is going to take me. That's all I want to say.
Coach,
that's all I'm going to say.
You would throw buckets through a window.
With one arm.
Yeah.
With one arm.
But wait a second. Coach, did Maestro beat you in this Olympics last year that you guys did?
No, he did not.
Did he beat you in the pickleball?
I literally had surgery on one arm. I played one arm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. This is before I got to the crew.
Does EC like being a part of the crew or does he not like being a part of the crew? I can't quite figure out day to day. Tyler says no recap. Was it that? But what recap? Grab
only
your paper.
on the morning show.
Only on the morning show. Grab your paper. Grab your pencil. Here is the recap, courtesy of AB. And we've got a ton of plays for you. Futures and tonight, EC. Ball State, Bowling Green over 152.5. Northern Illinois, Western Michigan over 145.5. We love the MAC here at the early edge. Then some moneyline parlays that have been very good. Clemson, Miami, Duke, the ACC parlay. Then Kansas, TCU, Kentucky, the Blue Blood +1 parlay. Then Nuggets -6.5. One play from your boy. This is in honor of the speculator not being here today. His one play is my one play. Then AB, Clemson team total over 70.5 to win in that money line parlay. Then DeMar DeRozan, just hit 1-3, big boy. We just need you to hit 1-3. That's it. Back up from that free throw line jumper. Then 3 plays from the Super Bowl. Get them in now because that half point matters. Eagles first half team total over 12.5. Chiefs second half team total over 12.5. And then both teams to score at least 20 -130. Do not forget, coming up in 15 minutes on this same channel, our Super Bowl mega preview, M², Maestro, the Stoic One, the Counselor, Prop Stars. We'll all be there live in 15 minutes to break down the game well ahead of the Super Bowl. It matters. We call this show the early edge for a reason. And sometimes, very rarely, We do it in 5. Good luck.